however you spent it, I hope it was really peaceful and wonderful and that you had a good time.
We had a wonderful time, so blessed, so many wonderful things.
So wonderful. And speaking of a really good time, our daddy makes a phenomenal rum nog.
So good.
And we're going to be bringing that to you for this Happy New Year's episode on Jenica channel. And here's our dad.
Yay!
Dad,
Hey.
we're in the car.
The rum master himself.
Tell us about your rum nog.
It's a tradition that I started, and I can't wait to show you guys how we do it. So, see you all later.
Thank
Love
you.
you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks.
Well, my girls have honored me by asking me to show the classic family eggnog that we do every year. So I'm going to show you how to do it. I've already done a big part of it behind me, but I'll show you what we do. We do a dozen eggs, so this is for a larger recipe. And when you do the eggs, what you have to do is separate them. You have to separate the yolks from the whites in two separate vehicles, and then we're going to put sugar in them and blend them and mix it all together, and I'll show you that first. But first, let me just show you, we've got whites started here, yolks started over here. I'm just going to do the last one. This will be number 12. And I'm going to do it the way my wife showed my daughter, which is swing the egg yolk back and forth, let the egg drop out, but you don't want to break the yolk. And the yolk is breaking. That's okay. We got most of the white out. And once all of the white is out, the yolks go in here. And we are ready to go on to the next step. Whites, yolks, and we're going to be taking 2 cups of sugar and actually putting 1 cup in the egg whites and blending it, beating it until it's light and fluffy. And then we'll go over and take the other cup of sugar and put it in the egg yolks and beat them until they're light and fluffy. Then we'll mix them together, and I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, I've just finished putting half of the sugar. There's 2 cups of sugar, and I'll actually tell you the quantities. There's a dozen eggs, which are going to be separated into the yolks and the whites. Then there's 2 cups of sugar that we blend in with the egg whites and the yolks. Then we're going to do 4 cups of milk and 4 cups of heavy cream. So this is a cholesterol heaven for us. And right now what I'm doing is blending the egg whites with the first cup of sugar. And again, you're going to do that both with the whites and the yolks until they're fluffy. Kind of the same thing that you would do if you were making a meringue, just to whip up the egg whites until they're light and fluffy and ready to be doing. So we're about done with the egg whites now. Again, you're going to beat them until they're firm and they start to make peaks. You can see. There. And once that's done, you're ready to move on to the egg yolks, and we're going to do the same thing. This is part 2. All I'm doing now is taking the other cup of sugar, mixing it in with the egg yolk, beating it until it's thick. This isn't going to get as puffy as the egg whites, but you just want to make sure it's well blended. It'll start to get thick. Once that's ready, you're ready to start your combos. So, see you in 1 minute. Once you're done beating the egg yolks and the egg whites, what I like to do is lick the beaters. They don't go back in after you lick them. This is All right, we're moving on. Okay, now it's just a matter of blending. What we do is we take the white, pour it in. All out there. That. This is the rest of the cream that I couldn't scoop out. I'll lick that later. And then you take the egg yolk, do the same, just join them together. There we go. Okay, a little bit left. I'll lick that later. Okay, and now we're mixing in 4 cups or 2 pints of heavy cream. And 4 cups of milk. That's the side there. Okay, so we have the 4 cups right now of cream, putting in 2 cups of milk, and it's 2 more. And now we want to just take the beater and blend this for a little bit. So let me get that. I'll be right back. Good things coming, good things coming. This is the finishing touch, just blending it all together a little bit. So far, so good. That really is pretty much it. The eggnog is ready to go. Now it's just a matter of seasoning it to taste. Some people like nutmeg, and some people like cinnamon. I prefer cinnamon. Again, sprinkle it to taste. I'm going to put a little bit over the top and swish it in. And then I'll put a little bit over the top again at the end. The other thing that we've found works really well with this is a nice couple of scoops of vanilla ice cream to keep it chilled and cool when we're serving it, and add a little vanilla flavoring. Oh, speaking of which, what did I do with my vanilla? We need vanilla in this. I forgot to put the vanilla in. And the vanilla, we're probably going to do about a teaspoon of vanilla. That's all you need. And mix that in well. And you're ready to go. This is a mighty fine eggnog. We use Breyer's vanilla, not to be brand sensitive, but Breyer's vanilla has vanilla beans in it, which also add to the flavor of the eggnog. And you can put as much as you want. Again, we just float this on the top for serving. Yeah. Ooh, this is good. Keeps it cool, gives it a little more flavor. And now we have a hearty, healthy eggnog ready to go. The end product, we don't want to forget this. This is probably one of the things that really makes this. Even if we're just making it for the kids, we might put a little bit of this just for flavoring. But Ron Rico is the one, again, that we traditionally use, Caribbean brand, and I'm just going to put a little bit. You can actually do it to taste, and you can actually add it to the cups as you dispense them to people, so they can have their own rum mix. That, my friends, is the Rodriguez eggnog, a family tradition, Christmas every year. Thanks for joining the Jenica Network, and have some healthy eggnog. Hey,
Okay. Taste test. Happy holidays.
Oh, cute.
light and fluffy, light and fluffy. It's until they're fluffy. It's until they're light and fluffy.